following is a production of the Department of Broadcasting and Journalism at Western Illinois University.
High definition. News 3 starts now.
Good morning, Macomb. Today is Friday, March 24th. Thanks for joining us. I'm Zach Stone.
And I'm John Benedict. Today we'll sit down with the manager of Macomb's newest restaurant and discuss what's on the menu for Macomb.
Plus, some Macomb students are rallying local for a national cause.
And a popular social network is reverting to its old ways after a widespread backlash.
But first, calling all kids and parents, Easter egg hunts are starting this weekend across the area. And one hunt has partnered with WIU's Stuff the Bus event to benefit local food pantries. This weekend you can hunt on Saturday or Sunday at Lakeview Nature Center.
For $5 or $3 with 2 donated canned goods, you can take part in the Prairie Egg Hunt. Participants will search the trails as they hunt for hidden eggs and also learn about local birds. The Nature Center says everyone will win a prize.
And on April 1st, kids can take part in an Easter egg hunt at the Hy-Vee in Macomb. The hunt will begin at 1 p.m. There will be 3 age groups for kids 9 and under. And the Easter Bunny himself will make an appearance, so don't forget to grab a bunny selfie.
This weekend on WIU's campus, Tanner Hall, again, is sponsoring their annual St. Baldrick's event to combat childhood cancer. Participants can shave their heads, volunteer their time at the event, or donate to the fundraiser. Last year, Tanner Hall's fundraiser made more than $11,000 to fight childhood cancer. The event is already halfway to their goal of $12,000 with over $6,000 raised so far. To donate, you can call the phone number on your screen. And after a successful murder mystery dinner in 2017, the Spoon River Outreach Center is hosting their Murder Among the Mateys dinner and silent auction this Saturday. All funds raised throughout the night are allocated to students, teachers, and facilities upgrades for Spoon River College. The event takes place from 6 to 9 p.m. at the Spoon River Outreach Center. Go to Facebook and search Murder Among the Mateys at SRC for more information. And moving from murder mysteries to mobile, Instagram will once again prioritize newer content. The Facebook-owned photo app announced Thursday newer posts will more likely appear higher up in your feed. But a spokesperson said this is not a return to the reverse chronological feed, nor is that a method it's testing. Instagram changed its algorithm in 2016 to show users content it believes they care about the most. The most recent change was prompted by user complaints. I didn't really like the Instagram update. I know you were telling me before the show that you were a fan of it. I liked it because I like seeing the popular posts. If I missed it during the day, I know it was going to show up because it was popular. But then again, my friends post something, and I want to know what they're doing, right now. I understand what you're saying. No, it's just, whatever. we're all going to use Instagram anyway. Anyway, so Black Panther. Did you see Black Panther? I did. Did you? Black Panther's breaking records. I did. At more than just the box office. According to Twitter, the Marvel Studios superhero blockbuster is the most tweeted about movie ever. Twitter's been around for 10 years. The action-adventure film has racked up 35 million tweets. And that's pretty much thanks to Kendrick Lamar's tweet about the soundtrack. That alone garnered more than 240,000 retweets. Black Panther is the first Marvel film to have an African-American director, and it opened to a record-breaking $201.8 million in North America last month, taking just 26 days to earn $1 billion at the box office. Jeez, I thought when Star Wars and Avatar came out, they got like $1 billion and then $2 billion in the entire span they were out, but it doesn't seem like Black Panther's been around that long. No, 26 days to get to $1 billion, that's incredible. Oh my gosh, that's insane. That's incredible. And still sticking with celebrities, Ringo Starr can now call himself a Knight Bachelor of the British Empire. The Beatles' drummer and music great was knighted at Buckingham Palace Tuesday by Britain's Prince William. The 77-year-old was honored for his contributions to music. Starr is the second Beatle to be knighted. Paul McCartney received the first honor back in 1997. And like McCartney, Starr will now be referred to by the title of Sir. And I sort of have a cool thing with the Beatles. I know that we're from the northwest suburbs, and there's a band called Stockwood, which is the youngest ever Beatles tribute band. Are they good? I think they're pretty good. You can't mess with the Beatles songs. I've heard some pretty bad Beatles cover bands, but I think I have faith in these guys. They're from the northwest suburbs. They got talented musicians up there. Anyway, for those of you who wish to leave a lasting mark at WIU, look no further. In celebration of the University Union's 50th anniversary, fundraising is underway to build a new plaza. That's right. The Alumni Plaza project will build a brick patio placed outside of the north entry of the Union. The bricks being used for the project are being sold to those looking to leave a legacy at WIU. They will be engraved with a message that the buyer chooses to leave.
The messages may include support for their favorite sports team, honoring a campus organization, or just showing their leatherneck pride. Bricks are available in 2 different sizes and can be purchased by visiting wiu.edu/alumni plaza.
Now that we're moving out of winter, we're going to be spending more time in the sun. Did you know skin cancer is the most common type of cancer in the United States? I didn't know that.
No, I didn't.
New recommendations are now being released after 21 studies focused on preventing skin cancer.
New federal guidelines recommend doctors start offering skin cancer prevention to children as young as 6 months old. This updates previous guidelines from 2012 that suggested skin cancer prevention and education begin at age 10. Doctors are now encouraging babies to start wearing sunscreen and wear protective clothing when they go outdoors. The task force says children and teens exposed to the sun's harmful UV rays are at greater risk for developing skin cancer as adults. And these guidelines are especially critical for people under the age of 24 who have fair skin, freckles, and a family history of skin cancer.
Anyone who may be averse to aging, listen up. A new study is suggesting people don't need a fountain of youth, just a small change in diet. Reed Binion has details in today's Health Minute.
The secret to a longer life could be found in your diet. Research published in the journal Cell Metabolism indicates that a reduced calorie diet can slow the metabolic process that leads to aging and protect against age-related diseases. After a series of pilot programs, researchers at 3 universities ran randomized controlled trials, the first such test of calorie reduction in human beings. Participants were divided into groups to compare methods. One group tested a diet-only calorie reduction, another tested exercise-only, and the last group tested half diet, half exercise. Participants in the diet-only group lost an average of 20 pounds in the first year and maintained that weight loss in the second. Researchers used the amount of weight loss to estimate the total reduction in calories and say the participants achieved a 15% calorie restriction. One scientist cautions the study only shows a correlation between caloric intake and longevity. More research is required to determine exactly how calorie restriction prevents aging. For today's Health Minute, I'm Reed Binion.
On Good Morning Macomb.
Deli is winning over the hearts of Macomb food lovers. I speak with the manager of the establishment right after this. Stick around.
Now from Macomb in high definition. Good Morning Macomb continues.
Welcome back. So McKellar's Deli, opened their 18th location in Macomb this past Monday, and it's been a hit. Here to talk with me about what they offer is manager Jake Olson. Jake, thanks for being here.
My pleasure.
Appreciate you coming in. Now, first things first. Now, being the 18th location, it's obviously not a stranger to Illinois. You're all over the place. But what was the reasoning for coming to Macomb?
Well, you know, actually, this is the 11th location for our company, but we came to Macomb. The college was a big draw for us, especially there's not a lot of food options for dining in Macomb. And with the young crowd that are at the college, they're always looking for healthy alternatives. And we don't have fries, we don't have grills, we don't have hamburgers, so we kind of offer a different option for them.
So you got that fresh deli-style meat. Oh, I love good old delis. Now, what kinds of dishes does McAllister's offer?
You know, we're really famous for our sweet tea overall. That's been a big hit for us. We do a lot. We do some hot sandwiches, deli sandwiches. Our club is really popular. We have some giant spuds. They're getting a lot of attention right now. Yeah.
Potatoes, right?
Yeah, it's like 2 giant baked potatoes together, topped with all kinds of goodness. So
my mouth is watering. Oh my goodness! Now I was glancing at your menu and I saw you got nachos.
Yeah, we have a regular nacho basket which has just cheese dip with it, and then we have an ultimate nacho that has chili, cheese, jalapenos, tomatoes, all the good stuff.
Wow,
on it.
I have never heard of a deli that had nachos, but that is so unique, and I love that. Now, all these dishes, they sound and look amazing. You know me, I'm a food junkie. That's how it is. I'm a junk food junkie, really. But do you guys cater to gluten-free and vegetarian?
Yeah, we definitely cater to gluten-free. We have a really great bread that we supply. I would put it up against anybody else's gluten-free bread. And we let you use that bread on any sandwich, any wrap. You can sub it out for that gluten-free. As far as vegetarian options go, we got some really great salads. And then we also have our vegetarian sandwich, which has cucumbers, balsamic onions, I guess I already said cucumbers, but just every veggie you can think of, and definitely cucumbers for sure.
That sounds wonderful. I really need to go there for lunch, seriously. Now, how does McAllister's compare to other deli style like Panera?
You know, I think, you know, we do a similar style to Panera, but what really sets us apart is our guest service. We pride ourselves in our southern hospitality, and that's kind of what we're trying to bring to Macomb. So our food is going to be great. We're going to be putting it out fast, but I think what makes it stand apart is definitely going to be our guest service.
Love that. Gotta love that southern charm. Now, us college students are always looking for ways to make money. You guys hiring?
Always hiring. Always hiring good people. And we're always hiring based on attitude. And I don't care about experience, anything like that. If you
can always make a sandwich. You can always learn to make a sandwich.
Exactly. I can teach you anything you need to know. So.
That's fantastic. Thank you so much for coming in. Now, McAllister's is located on East Jackson Street across from Farm King. They're open every day at 10 a.m. and closing times vary. Menu and more information is available on their website. Well, thank you, Jake, once again for coming in. I know where I'm going for lunch.
All right, sounds great.
So coming up after the break, NEWS3's Molly Naslin will tell us what kind of weather we'll have for the weekend. You're watching Good Morning Macomb.
Good morning, Macomb, and welcome back. We're seeing 40 degrees out right now, but unfortunately we have some cloudy skies, and it's going to be like that throughout most of the day today. Our humidity is at 62% and dropping as the temperature goes up today. Our dew point is at 28, and we're having winds out of the east at 13 miles per hour, and those winds are going to keep climbing as the day continues to some really high gusts. Looking at the Midwest weather tracker now, again, we have plenty of clouds moving into our area today, right in here, and of course the dark that you're seeing at the very beginning there is the sun coming up over the earth. Now right in here, again, those are the clouds we're going to be seeing throughout most of the day today. We're going to stay cloudy for today, not a whole lot of sun today. Looking at our averages now, again, our average, we're right around that today. We're going to get up to about 51 degrees today, and our average is 53 and 32. But we do have some records, 88 and 9. 88 happened in 1910, and the 9-degree low happened in 1960. So it's been quite a while since we've seen temperatures like that. And then looking at our surface map, we've got some rain back in the area here, back up into the northwest. We have a chance for seeing that later on today. We're going to keep an eye on that. But for the most part, we're just going to be seeing a lot of clouds over us again. Going to be a very cloudy day today. Our temperatures today, again, we're going to be right around average with 50s all across the board, 51 in Macomb, 52 in Beardstown, 53 in Peoria, so a lot of 50s out there today. Tonight, though, we're going to get down into the 30s and 40s with 34 degrees here in Macomb, 37 in Beardstown, and Quincy, you're at the highest right now for your evening temperatures at 40 degrees. Then tomorrow, again, we're going to be seeing a lot of 30s and 40s because tomorrow we're going to have a chance for some rain or snow in our forecast. Once it's going to rain during the day on Saturday, and then when the temperatures get down into below freezing, as they are going to in the evening, it is going to become snow. So 30s and 40s across the board. Again, Quincy, you are the warmest at 42 degrees. Again, tomorrow night, we're going to be getting very cold, much lower than what we are used to seeing at this time of year, with lower 20s, mid 20s, and then Quincy, again, you're going to be at 33. So you are the warmest on the board right now. And these temperatures are what's going to cause us to have some snow Saturday night, possibly. Again, tonight, we're going to have a low of 34 degrees, and look how high that wind is. Out of the east at 20 miles per hour with a chance for rain. So it's going to be a windy one out there tonight, and it's going to be a little icky out. So if you're going out, grab a jacket. Tomorrow, rain, snow mix throughout the entire day with a high of 36 here in Macomb, and winds out of the east to northeast at 22 miles per hour, so even higher winds tomorrow. But then for your 5 days, Saturday, again, rain, snow mix. Sunday, we're going to take a little bit of a break from that with a high of 40 and partly cloudy skies. Monday and Tuesday, there, we're going to bringing that rain back into the forecast with highs in the 50s. And then Wednesday, cloudy with a high of 56.
I was cringing when you were saying 20-mile-an-hour winds, 30 degrees and rain, but then I saw those temperatures coming up next week, and it's looking a little promising.
We just need to get through these next few days of cold temperatures and rainy days.
Grew up in the Midwest, we could do that.
Hopefully we can avoid some of the snow, too.
Oh, please.
Coming up next on Good Morning Macomb, we welcome a young leader from the Macomb community. We'll discuss what changes she's seeking on the local and national level after the break. As tensions continue over gun control issues in the United States, the death toll has continued to climb. In U.S. schools this year, there have been 26 reported shooting deaths, 17 of those students losing their lives in the Stoneman Douglas shooting. Now, just 3 days removed from the Great Mills High School shooting in Maryland, people across the country are organizing and questioning people in power in the fight for gun control. Welcome back. A local organization is marching to promote gun control and gun safety in schools. That march is happening this Saturday. Joining me is Maya Stovall. She's a student from Macomb High School and is one of several organizers for the event. How are you doing this morning, Maya?
Good.
So my first question is, how did you and your group get together to organize this march?
Well, we saw that people are having these marches on a national level all across the country, Washington, D.C., and I had some friends organizing one in Peoria, and so I realized I didn't want to travel to Peoria, so we should just have one here.
So you were talking about that at the national level. There are over 800 planned marches across the United States tomorrow. Can you talk about just at a national scope what that means?
Well, it means that there are a lot of people who care about this issue, and I think there are a lot of people who are going to come out tomorrow who have never come out before because school safety is so important.
So the march is titled The March for Our Lives. Can you maybe give some insight as to what that means to you?
Well, the March for Our Lives is, it's asking for gun control because of the school shootings, and we don't know who's going to be next with these shootings because Congress isn't doing anything to protect us. So we're marching to save ourselves.
So at the Capitol and at the local level, you are marching to try and get people in those positions of power to make a change. What kind of outreach have you done at the local level to try and get people to come out for the march?
Well, there's the group on Facebook, and we've been inviting a lot of people to come via that. And at school, we've been inviting people and trying to get the word out, talking about it.
So there is a Facebook group. Can you tell us what the name of the page is and sort of where you are at with people visiting the page?
It's called March for Our Lives Macomb. There are actually two pages. They're both the same. And right now we have several people who have said that they're coming or they're visiting, but I think a lot of people don't press the button and say that they're coming, and I think a lot of people have seen that.
Are there going to be any public speakers during the march? Or are there going to be, I know there's a rally happening at Chandler Park at 10, but at 9 a.m. you're meeting at the town square, correct?
Yes. So in the rally afterwards at 10, we want to have speakers, and we welcome the public to come up and speak. I'm going to speak. I have a lot to say about this, and anyone who wants to speak is invited.
So what do you think the power is in getting people in a community like Macomb to come out to these kind of marches? Do you think that this message reaches the Capitol like you're hoping it does?
I hope it does. It says a lot that so many people care about this if we all come out tomorrow, and we really show that we are united and we're a force. And it's really important for small communities to come out too because it shows we care so much.
My biggest question for you, probably to sort of wrap things up, is what do you want to hear from people? What are you hoping to gain out of this? And what would you like to say to the parents and the students who've been affected by this?
Well, the biggest thing is I hope that Congress introduces the gun control law in state and national, and that gets passed. And I hope that we all keep working for what we believe in and protecting safety in our schools.
Awesome. Thank you, Maya. The March for Our Lives is happening tomorrow, March 24th. Organizers are meeting at 9 a.m. on the Macomb Courthouse Square. Following that, the group will be marching to Chandler Park, where there will be a rally at 10 a.m. Organizers are asking anyone who plans on attending to bring signs. This event is free and open to the public. And coming up next on Good Morning Macomb, someone break out the glass slipper because Cinderella is still at the dance. We'll have highlights and the celebration when we come back.
it down. He wanted a sure layup for a teammate. Great job with the extra pass.
The clock has not struck midnight on this year's Cinderella story. Loyola Chicago took down Nevada last night 69-68 in what might be one of the greatest runs in the NCAA tournament's history. After nailing a buzzer beater there, Marcus Towns nailing one, probably 6 seconds left on the clock there, putting it away, 4 points ahead. The second time in a couple of days that they've hit a bucket before time runs out. You see there they tried to foul at the end, Nevada, but Loyola pulls out on top, and they will be heading to the Elite Eight, where they will take on Kansas State, who took down Kentucky last night. And John, you just showed me a statistic that it's the most unlikely matchup in history.
Most unlikely, and I gotta say, I am not someone who really watches March Madness. I'm not a big fan of it, but this year, my goodness, it has been the year of upsets, the year of the underdog, things that have never happened in history. It's got me hooked.
I mean, Loyola has hit 3 game-winning shots in a row.
That's 3 games in a row they've won by a possession or less.
Possession or less.
That's crazy. And I say, put away the brackets, just throw them away and enjoy good basketball.
My bracket's been in the garbage since after the first round, so.
Totally busted, totally busted.
I mean, how are we going to move on from that? I mean, that's probably one of the greatest shots I've ever seen.
Seriously, and I guess all we got to do now is focus on the weather, because what else are we going to do?
We're going to have to keep an eye on that weather, because even though things heated up on the court, things are cooling down here in Macomb. Tomorrow, we're going to be seeing chances of snow in the evening. Now, there is a baseball game here in Macomb, but that rain's going to be starting in the afternoon, going throughout the day on Saturday, and then when it gets into the evening, when those temperatures get down into the 20s, it is going to be very cold. That can turn into snow. Sunday, we're going to get a break from that with highs in the 40s with some partly cloudy skies, so a little bit of a break from that wet weather. Monday and Tuesday, though, we're going to be rainy again with 53 and 58 for our highs. Then finally on Wednesday, cloudy skies with our highest temp of 56 degrees.
Thanks, Molly, and thank you for joining us this morning. We will see you on Tuesday for Live at 4.
Until then, follow us on Facebook or find us on Twitter. Just search News 3 WIU.
From all of us at News 3, have a good morning, Macomb.